Hey everyone. I just recorded a different type of video. Kind of had to get my thoughts out. Either way, I figured I was in sort of a talkative mood, so I figured I could open up one of these packs and sort of talk about my series, the path to 30th anniversary or whatever the hell I'm going to call it. Either way, so I'm going to open this up, and while I open it up, I'm going to talk about the investments that I'm making this week. So one investment that I ended up going through with just today was I saw that the Charizard GX, the Rainbow Charizard GX, had a certain type of promo in the Chinese market. It was one that I think, from what I learned from, which I actually used ChatGPT for this, it was a promo that was sent out to anybody that bought the early Chinese products, which I wish I could have been an early adopter of that. But yeah, it was like the dope Rainbow Charizard GX, and it was hard to open. And it like came in like this sealed little thing. So I was like, you know what? Makes sense to get one in a PSA 10. It's damn near the same price. It's very exclusive. It's Charizard, obviously, so Charizard is always going to do pretty well. But even beyond that, I didn't really care about like the sort of price or anything like that. What I'm really thinking about right now is that I think long term is a great hold. I think especially for the Chinese market, a lot of these cards have been doing pretty well, like very well. As time has gone on, they've been appreciating pretty well. It's getting more popular. So this I felt like was kind of like the holy grail of everything because it's one of the first ones, like the first big cards, and it's a sealed product. And I think as more people sell it and more of them sell, it's just going to become something that people are like, oh yeah, there's that card. So definitely a big gamble, but let me show the cards that I'm getting. I'm taking out here. Definitely a little bit of a gamble. Yeah, the lighting in this room is terrible. But I figured that you never know where it could really go. Let's see what we got. Ooh, Master Ball? No, Stamp. I know these are worth a couple bucks. So yeah, it's interesting that I'm just fully invested into the Chinese market. I did want to talk about something that I had recorded before, but I was just kind of trying to get my footing in, so I never uploaded it. But it was about basically my first month investment, and I wanted to talk about the success and the downfall of that. So one thing that I learned, let me just initially start with that I basically put aside $1,000 to invest, right? And I was like, okay, I'm going to put $1,000 away to invest into Pokemon products, and these will be like long-term holds, and I'll see how well they do, right? And so I thought that getting a couple of graded cards, ooh, that's nice. A couple of graded cards made sense. Ooh, oh wow, that's sick. You know, the English version of this one is pretty expensive. Well, I'm definitely going to keep this one. It's probably going to be the best hit that I get out of this box. Where do I want to put this away? I guess I'll put this here. So, sorry guys, I'm beat today. Either way, so yeah, I made $1,000 investment, and the cards that I invested in were basically a couple of Terrestrial Festival graded cards, which was the Blood Moon Ursaluna, the Ceruledge EX. I got both of those in a PSA 10, and when I checked today, the Blood Moon Ursaluna has barely depreciated or appreciated any amount. Oh wow, we're getting some pretty good hits. This is one of the most expensive Master Balls in the set. I think I pulled this one in my last video as well. Did I keep that one? I can't remember if I kept it. Either way, I invested in both of those. The Blood Moon stayed the same. The Ceruledge took a bit of a nosedive because I originally spent like 80, which was not smart. Definitely not smart to spend 80. But the reason why I did spend that amount was for me. I didn't care about the short term. So I still even don't regret it. And trust me, I did. This morning I was looking at it, I was like, oh my god, man, why did you buy it at that point? But that was never the reason, was to see how I would do in a month. Because I invested in this stuff around February, March, around there. It was never to see how they would do in a month's worth of time. It was always to see how they would do in a couple of years. So that was, and well, mainly how it would do near like the celebration time. Let's see what we got. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, we hit the Pikachu. Oh, this is the best card in the set. This card's worth like $80. Wow. Oh man, it looks like such shit. Fucking camera. Wow. Look at that. Alright. Is it gonna focus? I really gotta get a better camera. Wow. This is pretty sick. Oh, and it has a little, I love this. They have this sort of authentication thingy, this like stamp to show that it's an official Pokemon product, and you can't even see it. But I can see it under a glare. But like regularly I can't see it. Wow. This card is sick. Oh my god. I'm like shaking a little bit. Okay. It's crazy because I was gonna put away this box because I was like, you know what, like, it's all right. Like, let me put this box away after I opened up the first one. Wow. And you know, I was just certain. Let me put this in the sleeve. I can't think right now. Okay. What I like to do is double sleeve them, so I'll put it in like a very thin one, like really good cards, you know, and then I put it in the second one. But I was literally about to put this box away and be like, oh, I'll sell it in the future. I'm even wondering if it makes sense to sell this card. I think probably grading it would be the best. I really love the artwork of this card. This is gorgeous. Wow. This is awesome. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's one hell of a way. This product is so cool. I mean, I've only opened up two, but like to get the Pikachu is sick. And getting this graded, I think in a 9 it sells for like 100 plus, and a 10 it sells for like $300 right now. I'm genuinely like, this is why I'm so confused with this product, because it's like I don't know what the pull rate for that card is. It could be extremely high. I think people do ample amount of research that they would look into that and be like, no. Um, but I don't know. Either way. Um, okay. So back to what I was talking about. I was talking about my investments. So for those two graded cards, not good. Definitely could have waited a bit. I didn't buy really at the peak, but I bought a bit after the set came out because I was like, these prices are insane. And I should have waited for the dip to then buy. So not the most smartest thing, but I think I was very much like engaged with wanting to invest at the time. So I was like, oh, I need to invest. So that's where my mind was at, was to invest into something. So I don't regret that. And I do believe that both of those cards, if you look at most Japanese cards, right, from popular sets, like look at the Dragonite, look at the Umbreon V from Evolving Skies, like there's a lot of these cards that do extremely well. Mind you, just the price alone of the ungraded raw card is insane. So I'm like, these two cards in an extremely popular set, in a highly touted set that will be remembered for a long time. Like, you're telling me that these two cards, and I'm actually trying to get all of them. So I'm slowly working through that set, trying to get all the graded cards. But you're telling me that basically that's not worth it? Like, I think any of those cards for around $50 graded, mind you, because even think about it raw. Like, getting one of those cards from a pack, it's insane that they're worth $10, $15 right now. That I think that is like sacrilegious, to be honest. It seems absolutely insane, but it's just because there's no hype. But trust me, once the boxes are gone, once nobody can afford to buy anymore, even if they print them out for the next 3 years, when that 3 years is done, people are gonna go crazy for those cards, especially in a PSA 10. You just have to be careful, definitely buying online. Like, you have to make sure that it's certified, look up the number, make sure that it's the same one. Really do your research before you're sure that you got a real graded card, because a lot of people are doing fakes now. It's a nice Pikachu. Let's see. Ooh, Master Ball. I wish that they would do something like this with the English. I wish that they would just re-release this in English. Like, wouldn't this be sick? This would be such a sick mini set. They should just do that. I don't know why they haven't done this yet. Either way. So those were two of... I'm sorry. I got so winded by this Pikachu. Like, I got so thrown off. But I invested into those two graded cards. I also invested into the Miriam PSA 10 from Scarlet and Violet. I bought it at 150, and I think currently it's at 120, right? But still, my thought process was, okay, sure, the card has depreciated a little bit, but that's okay. That's kind of expected because Scarlet and Violet was going to be seen to continuously not do so well. I thought that buying that one at the time made a bit of sense because I didn't know if it would potentially rise back up and then the card would be unavailable. I should have waited just a little bit longer because it's not like the card was going anywhere. Sometimes that's the problem with wanting to go for something. You kind of tunnel vision onto a certain idea rather than just understanding that, you know, you'll still be okay. That's what I'm hoping that buying the Charizard GX today was not that, but I have a really good feeling with that card. Yeah, I think long term that can be like a 1K 1.5, because if you look at the English sold the same card, mind you, and there's two Chinese versions. There's one that's in the set, which is way cheaper. It's like, I think $150 graded, which that might be another great card to invest in. But the English PSA 10 for that Charizard GX sold recently for $3,000, and then the Japanese sold for $1,600 recently. So that's already two pretty good examples of where it could go if the English continues to appreciate. Obviously, the Japanese will. And it's kind of hard to say where is the peak of spending for people, because if there's another big set, I think that it'll basically have a little bit of a trickle effect of what Terrestrial Festival did to the Pokemon market, which was it gave a lot of people money, basically, to start spending more into the market. It gave people way more expensive cards. It gave them a new chase card. You know, it gave people reason to sort of part with a lot of their collection and go with new cards. Oh, nice. I pulled this one in the last box. Dude, I'm like not even halfway through this box, and the hits that I've gotten so far have been insane. Yeah, so, you know, I think it makes a lot of sense. I think that probably that Charizard GX can peak at like 4 to 5 within the next 5 years. And I'm only assuming that the same trend will occur for the Japanese and Chinese. And I think that the Chinese will continue to appreciate. But either way, let me get back to my original point. I'm all over the place. So, I invested in the Miriam PSA 10. I also invested in the Greninja PSA 9, which that one was a little bit of like because I could have gotten that now. And it's like, I think down to like 310 in the PSA 9. And it just wasn't the smartest investment decision. I think I definitely could have waited way longer than I did. That one I bought a little bit near the peak because I really wanted the card. So beyond, that's another thing. So for me, it's even beyond like getting the card at the best price. It's like, if I want that card for my personal collection, which that one probably I'm most likely to keep or eventually trade for a PSA 10 version of that card, or even just an ungraded. I don't care. Really, whatever fits my collection at that point. But I really like that Greninja. It's gorgeous. So, you know, I think total I invested around $1,000, and all of those were worth, let me see, it was 80 plus 50. So 130 plus 140 was 270 plus 4 was 670. I can't remember what else I invested in. I think I invested in I had invested into this Japanese V-Star Jumbo lot thing, which was like 100. It's still worth the same amount. So I think total I invested near a K, or I may have invested a K. I might have just put that towards something else. Nice, the Pikachu. That's a nice card. I don't know if you guys have seen this, just in case you haven't. Thick little card. I love how the Master Ball looks on this set. But I've definitely lost like at least like maybe 150 to 200 in the last 2 months with that. It was just waiting to buy on the dip. That's what I should have done. So that's something that I learned, which is not like the biggest price hit. And I also do still believe that a lot of those cards are going to appreciate up. I really don't see PSA 10 cards getting as cheap as they were before the hobby started. It just doesn't seem to be the case. I mean, look how many Umbreon VMAX PSA 10s there are, and still any PSA 10 version of that card does extremely well. And it may be weird to compare like the PSA 10 of an extremely expensive card, but why I'm comparing it is that it shows that people, regardless of the quantity of a PSA 10, people are still, man, is that blurry as hell or what? The camera. Regardless of the quantity of a PSA 10, people still go crazy for these cards. Oh. Yeah, I haven't even seen this card before. Sick. But yeah, that was my first month investment. I've already kickstarted off my second month. The Charizard one was one of the bigger ones. The second one that I actually got recently was I got the Umbreon EX Japanese and the Espeon Master Ball Reverse Holo for $280. So I was like, okay, that's great because the Umbreon EX, I've been watching it for a while. I have it on this like saved search where I basically look up any listing that's near 300 to 350. I was waiting for any listing that got down to below 300 because I was like, okay, that's when I should buy. Because I just don't see how it properly stays at 300. I just don't see how that's even possible. With the level of popularity that the English one receives, I just don't see that ever being the case with the Japanese. Just no way. So I got that one ungraded, and that I'm really excited to see. It'll be nice because I haven't seen that card in person at all. So I got that one. So that's like so far like 7 something, I think 730. So I have $270 left to invest, and I'm gonna just see what else I wanna spend on. Maybe I don't think I would go for anything personal. Ooh, and another thing was, since I bought the Charizard GX from a pretty trustworthy seller, I decided to just send it straight to the PSA vault because I saved $30 in whatchamacallit. Oh, in taxes. It saved me $30, and I was like, okay, that's a no-brainer. Who the hell doesn't want to save $30 in taxes? Because I was gonna get it to me, but I'm like, if the guy's trustworthy, I don't think he's gonna do anything scummy. I'm pretty sure that the eBay vault will look at the card. At least there should be an inspector. I think most PSA graded cards go through some form of an inspection. Because that's what happened with my Greninja PSA 9. Like it went through an inspection when I bought it, but the Miriam did not. So maybe it's a certain price point. I'm not really sure though. Either way, I'm almost certain that it'll be inspected. And if it's fake, then I just get refunded. It doesn't matter. But either way, the card is awesome. I'm excited to see that. I think the next thing that I'm probably going to buy is a Terrestrial Festival box. At least one booster box. Maybe I'll even open one up for the video. It's funny, I pulled this one in the last... I don't know if there's not that many shinies, but... I don't know if it's only the 3 starters that are shinies, but I haven't gotten... I did get all... No, I've gotten different starters. Like the different starter evolutions as shinies, but never all the baby ones. Never all the baby ones. Last pack, let's see what we get. It seems like it's kind of following along the same trend as many Japanese and English boxes. usually one big hit per box. This was a really big hit, like the best hit that I could have gotten, so that's pretty awesome. I do wish that the set had like some ultra rares, something to sort of spice up the variety a little bit, because it's very sameish. But either way, still awesome set. Awesome little mini set. I think if there's ever going to be more of these, I'm going to just personally collect them. I think that these are sick. And I'm going to personally just keep looking. Oh, I think that's something good. I think. Oh, no, Palmy. Palmy Master Ball. Or Palmo whatever. Alright, so I'll just go through the hits of this box so you guys can get one more look at it. There's the Palmy. There's this baby shiny boy. The Doggy Master Ball. Another Doggy Stamp. Ultra Ball. The Kitty Cat. The Fat Piggy. Another cool Keech. A very delicious looking doggy. A somewhat looking dog pig hybrid thingy. That's like a doggy. Rat. And kitty cat. Yeah. You guys can get one more look at this bad boy. Let's see if I can get a thumbnail photo for the thing. Yeah, I'll probably do it like that or something, right? Yeah, that's cool. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I will update more on my investments and what I decide to look into, whether it's Pokemon or other trading card stuff. But so far, I've just been focusing on Pokemon because I feel like when I focus on too many different things, my mind is all over the place. So I'm like, you know what, just focus on one thing. Either way, have a great day, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.